Well, of course, I tried to record this about 3 times, and I know that this is a fact, and then 3 times earlier today. So three is a significant number of the day. And tomorrow would equal three on the timeline as well. Um, just for that uh, synchronicity, and I want you to recognize it. So, um, the thing is that Wormwood and Revelations is where we're at in the timeline. Um, Revelations chapter 17 is in reference to now, speaking of whom sits on the beast, the scarlet woman that sits on the beast. Um, Also, Wormwood. And the reason why this is important is because all your drinking water is now knowingly contaminated with nanotechnology. Um, and we know that these particles are in the water because we knew this for quite some years now, dating probably as far back as I'd say 2011, but even probably as far back as 2007, honestly. But there's a lot of things you can look into to find all of it. It's all public information, actually. It's not private at all, not disclosed or anything, not sealed. So understanding that, understanding what wormwood, uh, who wormwood is, not what it is, but wormwood would be the fallen angel that they speak of that contaminates. Um, so now you know that your food is poisoned, your water, drinking water is poisoned, and it also contains nanotechnology. The nanotechnology would be able to turn you into a humanoid, which means you would be half human, half robot, which means also that they have to get that into your body in order to fulfill what their next plan is by 2030. Okay, so they have to get this done by 2025, right? So that they can bring in the plan that's supposed to be done by 2030, which is to have everything biometric, which means you will be paying with your hand and you will have a chip in your head by that point, which the chip we know would be Neuralink. And we already know that some people already opted to put the chip in their hand because there were jobs that were offering this to their employees and they opted into it. So we know all these things to actually be here and be in happening, but some people are being the test subjects before they figure out how to administer it to everyone without their consent. Now, also, I want to talk about the fact that if RNA was entered into your body and it would merge with your DNA, what do you think would happen if you had offspring? Your offspring would automatically have RNA in their attached to their DNA, and all we would have to do is draw blood from you, and look at it, and and test it for the RNA. And if the RNA exists, then technically, by them putting their technology into you and merging it with your blood, that makes you their property, and you don't know that you are their property of the government. Now, also, that would automatically make any offspring that you have, being that you have the RNA merged to your DNA, it would also be transmitted to the child, which means the child is automatically their property, and there's nothing you nor that child can do about it because you have it in your DNA. It's in you. So don't be alarmed if you see people acting weird or funny or moving different or kind of like out of it, because this is what happens when now you're going to see something else in your blood moving and operating. And this is going to be something that we're going to witness with the eye, but do not be alarmed. You see, and you are not of this world. You are not a part of the game. You are simply experiencing and witnessing what was already written to happen. This is already the prophecy being fulfilled. This is where I can decipher and I can see the vision beyond this and where we go next. It's almost like as a navigating guide given to me to give to others. Is not to be afraid, but it is to be, because fear is the low vibration that they want you to stay in. So do not be afraid, because this is the time that is the time of testing. Have you prepared yourself for this moment? Do you have your herbs ready? Do you have your water source that comes directly out of the ground, that is untainted by outside sources? Your trust must lie within. Your navigation system is internal. So do not be afraid at this time. It is time to step up. It is time to self-govern, which is also known to be sovereign. You cannot rely on this so-called government that wants to control your mental state of being. But the mental state of being that exists within me is not for sale and it's not up for grabs. You must know that within yourself. You must rise above all of this, because you consciously and subconsciously know that this is not your reality. You are just here to watch. And for those who know others with children and who have others with offspring who have offspring, please let them know that we are to protect the offspring. They are our ancestors coming back. The ancient ancestors are back. They are here. They are coming in every day. We welcome them, but we also must have a safe haven and a sanctuary so that they can connect back to understanding how to go to and from this realm. Because when you come back down to this experience, you're starting all over again. We have the tools to give them as soon as they arrive. Do not hold them back. Give them the information that they need. It is their time. Our time is coming to a close, and their time is coming to a beginning. We don't teach them fear in this lifetime. Fear is the lower entity that we do not accept. It's a state of mental confusion. And we're not going to feed into that. We're going to look at it and understand it for what it is. I just wanted to share that. I had a very big download today that was just heart melting, to the fact that no one sees it. A lot don't see it, and I understand why there is only but a chosen few who will actually see and make the proper changes and the proper shift that needs to happen from within. There will be more I have to add to this, but it won't be at this within this moment. It will be another moment that is coming real soon. Look for that moment. Make sure you turn on all notifications. Connect with me on all channels. This is the Seraphim Speaks podcast. I will be speaking with you soon.